morning, everybody. Glad that you could be here to see this video today. We are on to week 4 of our craft activities that we're doing here at the Lunenburg Library this summer. And this message kind of says it all. Wish you could be here in person to try this one. This is a really fun experience, and I hope you get to try it at home. The good news is, as with all of our craft activities this summer, it is something that's very simple that you can do with simple ingredients at home. So that has been my criteria with all of these things that we're doing. So this week what we're going to be doing is making easy 2-ingredient cloud dough. If you've ever had an opportunity to look up at the sky and see beautiful puffy clouds, honestly, raise your hand if you've always wondered, I wonder what those feel like. I wish I could touch one. Absolutely, they just look like they'd be so soft and fluffy. And well, when you make this dough, you're going to find out what clouds just might feel like. Okay, so let's get started. On here, it gives you a list of ingredients, and as we said, it's 2. So the 2 things that you're going to need, conditioner, and the ingredients very specifically tell you, buy the cheap kind. You don't need to use expensive conditioner for this one. Please don't go using mom or dad's $10 a bottle conditioner. That is not necessary for this project. And then the other thing that you need, cornstarch. That's that lovely white powdery, kind of looks almost like flour. Often people have that in their homes. They use it as a thickener. If you're making a sauce or a gravy, you'd use some cornstarch. So we're going to use those 2 ingredients, and that's it. If you want your dough to have some color to it, then I have my wonderful liquid watercolors, but you certainly can use food coloring. You could add in a spice if you wanted your cloud dough to smell like cinnamon. Put a little sprinkle of cinnamon in it. Why not? It's your dough. Experiment. See what you come up with. So that's it. That's all you need. So now we'll go on to the steps. And all of this is listed. There's a link online too, and it'll bring you to the page where I found this and the directions. Okay, so let's get started. As I said, very simple. So you have to have something to mix in. I just have a simple bowl. I found this little unit right here, a little spatula, very stiff, and it's really good for mixing because this dough is a little bit stiff at first. So you want to have something that's going to help you with that mixing process. Okay, so start out by, I had a little leftover conditioner at home. The other thing that the ingredients tell you, or the directions tell you, is pick something that smells good, because that is what your dough is going to smell like. Just get the rest of it out of here. Not quite. I'm starting with 1 cup of each, and it says to start with equal ingredients. Now, when you add your 1 cup of conditioner and your 1 cup of cornstarch, that's going to be a little bit sticky, so you will definitely need to add in more of the cornstarch, but we can do that as we go along. This one is called avocado cream. Oh, it's a very nice smell to it. So put a little bit more in there. Okay, that is just about a cup, and I'll keep that in case. Oh, the other thing that you may need to do is, if you end up adding too much cornstarch, you can always soften it up a little bit by giving it another squirt of the conditioner. And if this will keep about a week or so in the fridge. And if you take it out and to play with it and discover that maybe it's a little dried out, a little crumbly, you can refresh it with a little squirt of the conditioner. So there's the conditioner. Okay. Now add in, I'm going to just put this in here just to kind of loosen it up a little. The directions also say that initially mix it with your wooden spoon or whatever, but then you're going to want to, at one point you're going to want to get in there with your hands, which is always fun to do. So we'll just add that in. Okay, so now let me just show you what that looks like. Just, little dust from the cornstarch. There's the conditioner, there's the cornstarch, just looks like that. So you're going to now start mixing it together. I hope you all had a nice weekend. It sure was hot, wasn't it? It was either find some place to splash in the water or stay home. It was hot. I love New England. All those wonderful weather extremes. Okay, so now, at this point they describe it looking like a little bit like marshmallow fluff, and I agree. Still, definitely sticky. Spreadable if you put this on a slice of bread, which I do not recommend. It is soap. Okay, like that. Now what you do is you take your, let me try, I'm going to put out about another cup of the cornstarch. And just adding a little bit at a time. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in and mix. Because what you want your dough to do is get to a point where you can actually play with it and have it hold its shape a little bit. It's not exactly like Play-Doh. It's a little softer than that. Okay, so you can see it's definitely getting stickier, thicker, so to speak. A little bit more. So I've now added probably an additional half cup, so it's 1.5 cups of cornstarch to the 1 cup of conditioner at this point. My conditioner, as you can see, has a little bit of a green tint to it. It's hard for you to see it online, but this does too. I don't know if you can tell. It's just a bit of a green tinge. It's pretty. I mean, you could even use it like that. You don't necessarily have to add any color into it. Okay, I'm going to get in there with my hands. It's still a little bit sticky. I'm probably going to want to add a little more cornstarch to it, but I'm also going to start adding my color. Oop, you can see I took out the red. It's a little sticky at this point. So what I'm going to do is take about that much. And I'm going to put in some yellow food coloring. Or actually, as I said, for me it's the liquid watercolor. Mix it together, put it on in the inside. Just start mixing it. And now you can see, I'm going to add a little more cornstarch to this. This might be, if you have a spot to work outside to do this project, not a bad idea. Cornstarch, even if you get it all over the place, take the garden hose, give it a squirt. This stuff cleans up very easily. It does make a bit of a mess. Just a little tiny bit more. And maybe, just because we can, get a good yellow color going there. So now, have some yellow cloud dough. Oh, it feels great. I can't wait till you get a chance to try this. This is so cool. So there's some yellow. Now let's try another color. This time I think I'll add in some red. Divot in the middle there. Cornstarch on top. The directions will also tell you when you add in your coloring, if the liquid from the coloring makes your dough get soft, you know what to do. Just add a little bit more of the cornstarch. Oh my, looks interesting as you go along and start to incorporate, mix in that red coloring. The process of making this dough is so much fun. If you swirl it like this, looks like a candy cane, doesn't it? Yum. So, it says red, but in fact, what you get is this beautiful shade of pink. So now we have some yellow and some red, pink. Let's try one more. This time, I wonder what will happen, and I bet you know, if we add some, I'm going to add a little more cornstarch to my cup here because I think I'm going to need it. There we go. This time we're going to add some yellow and some red. Do you know what happens when you mix red and yellow? Ooh, let's definitely add some more cornstarch. Oh my. Pick it up off the table. Oh, this is beautiful. Wait till you see. As I said, doing this outside is probably a really good idea. You see what's happening? A little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, and we get what do you think? It's all stuck to my ring. I probably should have taken that off. Oh well, that's okay. Let me see what we have here. Hold up all three of these. We have some yellow that we tinted. Here's the red, which turned out kind of pink. And when we mix the pink and the yellow together, we get this beautiful peach color. Because as we know, red and yellow make orange. This is a very light orange color, known as peach. Now, as I said, you certainly can just use it like this. It's a very nice sensory activity. Just to play with it and squish it in your fingers. If you wanted to make something with it, what you might want to do is add a little more cornstarch because it is a little bit. It's almost like it's a little bit soft, like slime. Oh, I do miss doing our slime workshop this summer. That's okay. Next year. Let's kind of roll it out. Huh. You see what I made? I don't think I can. Oh, wait a minute, I know what I'm going to make. Look. Ah, it's not holding its shape. It was a pretzel. It's a little bit soft, as I said. I think if I were going to actually try to make some things with this, I probably would work in a little bit more cornstarch. So I hope you enjoyed this activity. It was fun to show it to you. Pretty easy. If you end up doing this inside, there is some cleanup involved, but it's not too bad. Just this color is beautiful, isn't it? Love this one. Anyway, grab some cornstarch, your cheap conditioner, and maybe a little bit of coloring, and make some cloud dough if you get a chance to make it. If you want to earn a raffle ticket, that time for the drawing is coming up soon. Just either email me a picture or draw a picture of your creation and drop it in the book drop, and it'll earn you an extra raffle ticket. All right, so thanks everybody. I hope you had fun. This is a fun one. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.